You have to play this video.
All right, here we go.
Got a long last name, European name, Steinhauser. There's been some confusion over your last name and the pronunciation, and I'm just wondering, to correct the record, what is it?
Oh, that's ridiculous, these stupid things. Listen, the way to pronounce my last name, Winner.
Got a long last name.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know who's
hold on,
advising
I'm
this
changing
guy.
my
You're
vote.
picking on a guy that has autism. Stop it, please. Leave him alone.
Betty, you're a pro at this. Is that clip going viral tonight?
Oh, yo, guys. Nikki Haley is within 16 votes of beating Ron DeSantis.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's going to. Ron's going to finish in a third place. And look, if he was a smart guy, he drops out tomorrow morning, endorses President Trump, tucks his tail between his legs, goes back to Tallahassee. But I don't think that's.
I think you're right, man.
I mean, here's a question. So Ron's gone hard in the paint against Trump, right? Like, I haven't missed this on the campaign trail. I can't pay attention to everything everyone says, but Ron's gone real hard. He's ran directly at Trump. Mm-hmm. How do you take that back, right? How do you then endorse the guy?
Well, I think it's expected in politics. I mean, maybe not, because trashing your opponent's different than explaining why you're the best.
But also, we've seen people get trashed by Trump and then endorse him. It's not exactly the same, but people have very clearly humiliated themselves.
Lying Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he knocked Ted Cruz's wife too. Like he
went hard.
Yes, but hold on, guys.
I think
he called Ted Cruz lying Ted. And then after the fight was over, it changed to lion, like roar. And then it was like, it was honorable.
To be clear, Ted Cruz did not endorse President Trump for this cycle, so Ted still has
Nikki Haley is within 2 votes of beating Ron DeSantis.
I think the best thing Ron can do is support the party and not support necessarily. I mean, he could go support Trump, but I mean, you gotta party unity at some point. And maybe they'll make amends. You know, I don't think they dislike each other personally.
Is it still 1% of the vote in?
1% of votes are in. I mean, hey, it's early. I think we're going to start getting big chunks, and it's going to jump up faster and faster as the night, we're getting closer to 8 o'clock. I do think it's funny they already called it for Trump, though.
That's weird.
Like, instantly, they called it.
Yeah, with less than 1% of the vote in, they're like, he won. You know what's funny is because they're saying that it's been called by the AP before most were in, which means it was based on polls. It's probably just some dude at the AP being like, guys, there's no way anyone else is winning. Just say Trump won.
He's like, I want to go home.
Let's just get out of here.
These caucus things, people just go and then they vote, but like anyone can go and vote.
You have to be registered.
So you can register. Are they paying people to go do it? Like, is DeSantis 99 million partly like, we're going to make sure that you have got a card to the caucus, that you can get there early?
Yeah, they imported the entire cabinet and government agency staffers of the state of Florida to go door to door in this frigid temperature. And beg people to go caucus for Ron, and it obviously didn't work out too well for them. A lot of out-of-staters showing up at somebody's door in Iowa. Like the Iowans, don't really appreciate that a whole lot. But
that was the emergency evacuation plan.
I've spent a lot of time with Vivek. I've talked to him multiple times, 4 or 5 times, and I've been insulated in his campaign in the last week. I thought there was a shot that maybe he would come up on top. This, to me, is like, I'm done with this Republican political debacle. Trump's got it. This is
Trump's got it.
Trump's the nominee.
Look, Trump has gone from 70 at less than 1% with the race called for him. He's now at 57.7%. Even if Ron, Nikki, and Vivek's were all added up, they're still not beating Donald Trump.
He's too famous. He's so famous.
What about Ryan?
Can we see what Cruz is at? I'm actually curious. Has he gotten
No, there's 0 for other.
Christie, sorry, not Cruz.
Hey, 4.
Christie has 4.
What if Chris Christie flies up those 4 people and has dinner with him? He's like, thank you so much for thinking of me. I mean, it'd be a nice thing to do.
Right thing.
We had a request in, because we call him Crisp Crispy on my show, and we had a request in to go to a Krispy Kreme that's right down the street from my studio, and to eat.
Nikki Haley's beating Ron DeSantis.
How sad. Bird brain will be much easier to destroy than Ron, by the way. We haven't even started on Nikki.
Democrats, the rumor is, and I would warn everyone, don't fall for this trap should it be like Rhino Republicans or whatever establishment shills. But the argument right now is that Democrats are crossing party lines to vote for Nikki. If it goes to a general election, they're not going to vote for Nikki.
No.
So she might get higher percentages in the primary process. She's not going to get in the general.
That sounds like really, really
dirty.
Yeah, that you go and you register as a Republican, you caucus for the wrong person, and then you can switch back to Democrat afterwards.
Yep.
Come on, that's insane.
Yeah,
that's so stupid.
That was Cheney's political career.
Right.
That can't be allowed going forward. I mean, you register.
But what can you do about it?
I don't know.
So it's 2023. you're like, I don't want Trump to win, register as a Republican. A year later, you go and caucus for someone else, and then you, in the general, can vote for whoever you want. Or you switch parties after the caucus is over.
And that's because a Republican can vote for a Democrat in the
No,
general?
because you can register for whatever party you want. You can change party affiliation. You're free to do so. It's free speech. Or it's free association or whatever.
Tim, do you think that all of the Twitter bots for Ron were able to vote in the Iowa caucus?
No. Yeah, I do think I think Ron DeSantis' campaign. I will say this. I don't know for sure. I'm not accusing him of doing anything, but I will say it does seem, most people would agree, that a lot of the pro DeSantis accounts online are bots.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're associated with the campaign or not, but you see they'll have some generic name with a gator in the name. They'll have some kind of cartoon character as the profile picture, and they all respond in the exact same ways. And I'm just like, it is not organic. At least the Trump people say weird things or insult you in different ways.
Like who?
No, I'm just talking like
Like you.
MAGA guy 519 or whatever will write the post.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I do that.
The DeSantis campaign walked right into so much of this. I mean,
That's wild.
it was just like I'm maybe it's a little crass or whatever, but that photo was posted of DeSantis's people and Christina Pushaw had her knees made red in Photoshop or whatever.
I didn't get that. What did that mean?
After that, it was like that was the moment where I noticed she went from DMing with people I knew. We were talking with her about having her or DeSantis come on the show. After that photo came out, it was like just the gates of hell had been unleashed, and I think that broke her.
Yeah.
I'm
She
not
was
trying-
kind
I'm
of
not trying to be
using.
mean. I think it broke her.
It appeared to me that she was using campaign resources to settle personal scores. And
Yeah.
she had a lot of the campaign assets and folks just went to battle for her instead of actually doing something that was helpfful to the candidate.
This is crazy that
Is
Ron
Nikki
is losing.
pulling ahead?
Yeah,
That's what it looks like, unfortunately.
Wow.
she's up 23 votes so far on DeSantis.
So if Ron drops to 10%, that would be $10 million per percentage point. Now, that's not good.
Wow.
Wow.
That's so much money.
Who spent more, Nikki or Ron,
Ron.
in Iowa?
Ron put all of the eggs in Iowa. He had his entire ground game here. He bragged about how great their operation was here. Never backed down. His super PAC had their bus here basically the entire campaign. They pulled out of New Hampshire many months ago, and his whole campaign was reliant on Iowa, and that's why he sought the endorsements of Steve Deese and Bob Vanderplatz and these people who were once considered Iowan kingmakers, and I don't think any campaign is going to be seeking their endorsements next go around.
It's kind of wild to have been someone. Look, almost 2 years ago, I'm hanging out with the Daily Wire crew, a story I've told a million times, and we're talking about why we think Ron DeSantis is the guy. It's well before Trump was back in the race. A lot of things changed since then. And we're like, Ron's young, he's got energy, he's got great policy, he's really working for Florida, everyone's really excited by him. And then as time went on, we got a little more disenfranchised. It got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm kind of 50-50. I think Trump's back. His speech was pretty good. I like Ron DeSantis. We'll see what happens.
I just got a text from Wesley Hunt's chief of staff. A Ron DeSantis supporter just charged Wesley while he was a Trump surrogate at caucus location. Video coming soon.
Whoa.
So these folks aren't handling the loss well.
Well, this is what I want.
I hope
this is what-
Wesley's
this is-
okay.
But this
They'll
is
never back down.
Yes, right.
Oh my God.
Here's what I want to say about, like, there was a period where Ron DeSantis.
Thank you. I'm a father of 3.
Shout out
My
to the-
dad jokes. I
the
really
audience, by the
appreciate
way.
any fathers in the audience. I really appreciate the appreciation of the dad joke. Thank you.
Ron was winning in the prediction markets handily, like 2-1 against Trump. Over time, Ron started
That's
doing.
true.
Yeah, he started doing worse and worse. So someone like me, I start making apt points about how his campaign is being run. His launch was bad. He lacked charisma. And even after all that, I still thought, I like the guy's got good policy. He's got to turn this around. And what did they respond with? Attacking anyone who would dare criticize his failing campaign. Now we're at the point where we're like, this guy has totally failed. But there are a lot of personalities who attached them, tied their hitch to the DeSantis wagon. And no matter how bad things got, they kept saying, no, he's the best. No, I refuse to back down.
That's very bad dad, Bob. Baghdad Bob.
What are they going to do?
Well,
Are they going to try and come back and be like, MAGA, please take me back into your warm bosom? I'm sorry I supported this guy whose campaign was miserable.
yeah, no, or they do a Lincoln Project type group, and I don't really want some of those folks on our side. They've actually become a detriment of Ron. I don't really want a lot of his people being advocates for us out there. Like normal people look at some of these people and like they think they're weird. So I hope they stay far away from Trump world moving forward.
I would love to make it less about who and more about what we do moving forward as a union. Like this, making the America great again, like we do it constantly. We've made this country great. Let's do it again. Let's reinvigorate the country with new technology and give the 21st century a run for its money. To be honest, I don't even care who the president is if they're willing to do that.
Well, I think this is a great message, and I think some of these numbers are going to hold pretty closely here. And President Trump, I believe, will get over 50%, and that is a mandate. The voters want President Trump. He's going to go on to win New Hampshire, go on to win South Carolina. This primary should end. We should come together and focus our fight on Joe Biden.
This is interesting. Johnson County, Nikki Haley has the lead.
If I may, I'm from Johnson County. This is where the University of Iowa is. This is one of the largest centralized liberal populations in Iowa. And this is what the polling showed, that Joe Biden voters support Nikki Haley.
And these are Democrats voting in the Republican.
This is liberal land right there. This is the college town, like communist Marxist professors.
Take a look at
Johnson County. That's
Story County.
That is.
Nikki Haley is winning in Story County.
Also a college county.
And Vivek is in second.
That's Ames. That's the University of, that's Iowa State.
Why do you think it is that the Democrats generally are supporting Nikki Haley?
Same policies as Joe Biden?
Yeah.
It's Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, right.
He's a war hawk.
2.0. It's
But she's not even like
Joe Biden with a wig on.
But it's not even a joke to be like, haha, she's like Hillary. It's like, no, she's literally got the same policies. It's crazy.
Joe Biden wears a
Very
wig.
similar.
You know, Nikki Haley gets offended if you call illegal aliens criminals.
Yeah.
You know, she says climate change is a national security threat.
Nikki Haley is straight up on video multiple times saying that Hillary Clinton's her hero.
Right.
And she worked with Trump. She was his ambassador to the UN. That's what it was. What
She was appointed by Trump. Yeah.
And then
She raised her hand one time.
was she okay? Was she cool then? Was she the same?
Look, it's kind of a bullshit rule. I think we should defund the UN. I think we should be out of the UN. So you just put somebody there that wants the title, but they don't really do a whole lot.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.